First-person shooters in virtual reality seem like a match made in heaven, and there is a lot of them. However, most of them cater to the competitive player versus player side of things, and I long for a old school Modern Warfare 2 style campaign that I can play co-op with my friends. So today we're going to be taking a look at Zero Caliber Reloaded, completely made for the Meta Quest 2. For those of you guys that don't know, my name is Josh. I make VR content right here on YouTube, as well as exclusive content on TikTok as well, so make sure you follow me over there. We are going to be giving a copy of this game away over on my Twitter, so there's only two things you need to do to enter. Just make sure you've subscribed to me here on YouTube, leave a comment down below, and give us a follow on Twitter so that I can DM you your key when the time comes to draw it. So if you want to win a free copy of this game, highly encourage you to enter. Without wasting any more of your time, let's go ahead and jump into Zero Caliber Reloaded. All right, so diving into Zero Caliber Reloaded here. This is all recorded and played on the Quest. We are in the lobby. I have played this game a little bit just to kind of get a feel for the basic gameplay. So go ahead and take a quick tour of the lobby. This is going to be squad operations, and this is where the multiplayer aspect of the game comes in, and you can search for available lobbies to play with random people. You can also invite your friends, as well as host a game as well. The solo operations is essentially the campaign of Zero Caliber Reloaded, and there will be quite a few missions that you can pick from. I believe we are on, what have we actually completed? We are on Operation Woodpecker, which we will be playing in just a couple of moments. We will run through a complete mission so that you guys can see how that works. Looks like there is 3 modes of difficulty as well. So getting into personally my favorite part of this game is the loadout system in Zero Caliber, which is very unique compared to any other type of shooter that's currently on the Quest. Things like Pavlov and Contractors all have a loadout system, but none that's as quite as unique as Zero Caliber Reloaded, with the ability to, on the fly, in the environment, take off gun attachments and add gun attachments on, but we'll show a little bit more of that later. So there is a absolute ton of gun options in the game, very standard to what you would see in most first-person shooters like Call of Duty and things like that. So we've got various amounts of assault rifles, we have various amounts of SMGs. All of these guns are pretty accurate. I'm rocking an AR style bullpup right now, which I quite like. You can change the firing modes, drop the mags, of course, rack the slide like you do in most VR games. We have shotguns, we have sniper rifles, which traditionally sniper rifles are not great in VR for me. I'm really bad with them, but the gunplay feels really rock solid here. You do have a shooting range, which will allow you to test various weapons in the environment. Of course, we have a BFG here, which I think we gotta rack this bad boy, but yeah, we got a BFG. Which is extremely satisfying. Can do a little bit of gun tricks. Not too many gun tricks, but definitely can do a little bit. Interactable environment, so nice shot pattern there. I ain't shooting too bad today. Man, we are firing some pretty good clusters. Not too bad. Haven't been to the real life range in quite some time with COVID and things like that. Just been busy. Can set the length out. Get some longer downrange shots. not nearly as good as a pattern than on the pistol. So let's go ahead and dive into a solo operation. Every map that I've seen starts out where they give you some like basic loadout items, generally things that you don't own. So it looks like we got an AUG here, which is pretty cool. Whoops. And we can grab this sight and, whoops. We can grab this sight and just plop that bad boy on here. Whoop, gotta load it. Where's it go? In the back. All right, loads like a bullpup then. So yeah, you can grab that. We got a shotgun here as well. So now we've got some decisions to make. Do I want to take the shotgun? Do I want to keep my pistol? Or do I want to roll with this AUG? See, this AUG really needs a foregrip. Everything's really tight right here in the controllers. But say for instance, I could pull this suppressor off on my bullpup and slap that bad boy right on this AUG as well. But I think we're going to go ahead and keep the bullpup. And I think we will mess with this AUG. Looks pretty fun. All right, let's jump into the gameplay here. Now there is a jump button, which is pretty rare in a VR game, as well as, of course, you can physically crouch, but there is also a crouch button, which I find myself using more than actually physically crouching. But let's go ahead and... Let's go ahead and save these civilians. Now there is climbing mechanics that are very similar to Population 1, if you've played that before. So you can get up into some really cool vantage points. All right, let's take her nice and slow. Graphically, the game looks and feels...
Think of your families.
Feels really good.
I thought we had no reinforcements. Take cover!
Double check your shots. Civilians at the house.
Feel like a little bit of a one-man army here. All right, we are way out in the open here. Whoops. So it gives you an auditory ping when you're running down the mag. We are not doing great here on the health. This AUG packs a little bit of a punch, but oh shit. So, you can pick up the enemy guns at pretty much any time. There's also various caches and supply chests around the various parts of the map. So you can find, you know, special weapons throughout the gameplay. Is that a bomb? Oh, what is this? See, look at that. This is a very cool AUG. So let's say we can go ahead and remove our red dot, slap that back on, load that mag. What is this? Is this the foregrip? Perfect. This is exactly what we needed to make this a really viable weapon. Who are you? I don't... Oh, okay. Clear the backyard. Oh. Oh, we're in a bad spot.
Sector clear. Talk to their leader. Might have some information. Friendly's inside. Hold your fire.
So, as you can see, the maps feel relatively large. The enemy AI is kind of overwhelming at times, especially on this hardened difficulty. I'm not the best at VR first-person shooters. Hello, comrade.
Your OSA. That's a relief.
I mean, the graphics they're so good. I mean, like, look at his face and his hair.
If they find you.
Salt, multiple hostiles approaching your location. Defensive
Wow.
near the house. I've got visual.
You know what time it is, guys. We are gonna get on that. Oh, ouch. And I like in this game too how there is quite a few different options in terms of how you approach different scenarios with different weapons. Oh, let's go ahead and restart from the checkpoint. It's been a couple of weeks, actually, since I've played a first-person shooter. I've been playing a lot of Phasmophobia and uploading that content to TikTok. So make sure you guys follow me there. It will obviously be in the description box below. Oh my god! You can shoot two-handed weapons. One-handed, it would appear. Ouch. I like this very on the fly, picking up the enemy's weapons and using it against them. Because you may be like, oh, I need a shotgun, you know, when I'm breaching and clearing this house, and the enemy then drops a shotgun for you, and you can blow them, you know, 4 feet backwards with the really enjoyable ragdoll physics.
If not for you. Thank you.
No need. The evac team will arrive soon. You better get going
Alright,
ASAP.
so we haven't messed with grenades yet.
Come on, fellas.
I'll show you guys the opportunity there. You can take a grenade off of your chest and pull the pin, hold the grenade until the plunger, and then throw it. And it gives you a trail. Furthermore, you can take the grenade, and let's say you're in a firefight, you can pull that pin with your mouth, throw that grenade, and do the same thing. So, very cool, just little immersive flavor there that you can, you know, pull the pin with your mouth. And that is going to be mission completed. So, Guys, let's go ahead and jump out of the headset. I will give you guys the breakdown of what I feel about this game, and ultimately if you should spend your hard-earned cash on it. So, trying a new format here with all of my video reviews, we are going to break the game down into 6 categories, but for the sake of this video, it's going to be 5 categories because I did not test multiplayer in this playthrough. So, first item that I would like to bring up is the gameplay or the overall narrative of the game. Now, there is a story here. Although I haven't completed the entire story, I am thoroughly enjoying what I've experienced so far. So for this category, I am going to give Zero Caliber Reloaded a 4 out of 5. There's some things that they could do a little bit better, but I think overall, for a first-person shooter, this story is fantastic. I found myself actually being interested in the story. Number 2, for the gameplay mechanics, I think that Zero Caliber Reloaded probably has the most unique gameplay mechanics that I've experienced in a first-person shooter. The guns all feel really, really good. The ability to bust your attachments off of them and add them to another gun that you may find or like better in the environment or from an enemy is really, really cool and really fun to do. I found myself wanting to pick up and try every single weapon that I possibly could. So for this category, I will give Zero Caliber Reloaded a 5 out of 5. 3 on this list is going to be bugs and issues. Now, I didn't really encounter very many bugs at all. Maybe there was a few times that enemies kind of weirdly phased into objects, or I went to grab a gun and it didn't register the gun. But overall, this game, I don't want to say bug-free because no game is bug-free, but for user experience, there is little to no bugs or performance issues here. Even while recording natively on the Quest, I felt that there was still a ton of headroom and it ran really, really well. For this category, I will also award Zero Caliber Reloaded a 5 out of 5. Fourth item is going to be graphics and audio. So I know that things are graphically limited on the Quest 2, so I'm generally pretty liberal in this category, but I think that Zero Caliber does a really good job mixing performance and good performance with graphical quality. I think the graphics are great. They're using a lot of assets that are high quality. All of the guns look really, really good. My only complaint here is some of the environmental pieces are a little low res, particularly in trees, but that's not uncommon for a Quest game. Also, audio. My only complaint here with audio is that the game at times, especially some of the guns, didn't sound meaty. They sound very high-pitched or a little twangy, but that's not really a big deal. I mean, some guns definitely sound better than other guns, but overall the audio is really, really good as well, which just adds to your immersion. So for this category, I would give Zero Caliber Reloaded a 4 out of 5. 5, in terms of value, this game I think clocks in at $24.99, which I think for what it is, adding a co-op multiplayer experience with a story with multiple modes and tons of guns to unlock, and those replayability factors that I mentioned in my mission playthrough, where you can go in and there's different ways to clear out and kill enemies, obviously with different weapons that are going to accommodate different play styles. I think that there's a lot of value here for $24.99. Now, I'm not sure what the developmental roadmap is, or if they're going to be adding features or going to be adding missions or progressing the campaign, but judging at its base value of $25 or $24.99, I think there's a lot of value here. So for this category, we will also award a 5 out of 5, bringing this overall game review to a 4.6 out of 5, which is, in my opinion, a very great game that you should pick up. I will see you guys all on the next review. Peace.